mixed up pack. All the cards in there and so on. What we're going to try though is I'm going to attempt to acquire a few helpers. So what I'll do, we'll cut it a few more times. Awesome. And the two helpers are the two black queens. So there they are, the two black queens. We also need a selection, so somebody can call it stop. Stop! Right there. The card selected this time is the 9 of spades. 9 of spades. Really doesn't matter if I see it for this trick. What we'll do, take the 9, put it about halfway in. Okay. In the pack right there. Square it up. And it is lost with all the other cards in the pack. What we're going to do is take our queens on top, little snap, and the card melts down right there. There it is, the 9 of spades. So what we'll do this time is I'd like you to help out a little bit, and instead of me, we'll put the card like right about there in the pack. And what I'd like you to do is instead of me pushing it in this time, you get to push it in this time. So you push it in. Thank you. And watch. In that instant, the 9 transfers back to the queens. And that's the trick. So, okay, so this is a trick that I just performed live. I was at a soccer game tonight. So far at college, I've only been doing magic on request, which is a little different. I haven't really offered, but so that's kind of a nice way. It gets people a little more excited about it when the magician isn't trying to force the magic on them. So I mean, I'm going to kind of a small liberal arts school, but anyway. So what we're gonna do is mixed deck, as always, impromptu, and you're gonna do the double card locator. See my other videos. So I'm gonna get a pinky break below this King of Diamonds, and one above the King of Hearts once I see it. Okay. And right here, I'm actually gonna do my breaks. I'm gonna do a Herman pass, and then just sort of drop this here and flip the top packet like that. And you've got them controlled to top and bottom. Okay, or you can just do the regular card locator technique by a couple of cuts. That's fine as well. Anyway, and then you can either break this one and drop it on top as you do a false cut, and then do a reveal, or just do that. You can do a reveal. I do kind of like this one. Or you can do the old top and bottom reveal, which is fine as well. Anyway, but you're going to put both of them on top. And what you're going to do is get a pinky break, just sort of like this, under 3 cards. So now you've got both of the kings and a random card. Oddly enough, the card is actually going to be forced for this trick. So, you know, if you want to make it a queen or whatever, that's fine. Anyway, so you get 3 cards. Pick all 3 of them up, slide one off. Square both of these up, but as you square them up, you're going to kind of put a little space right there, so you have 2 cards above your thumb, the rest of the deck below. Then what you're going to do is a dribble, ask them to say stop. So they say stop, say they're about right there, and you're just going to take that card, move it to the top, and then create a pinky break off of that thumb break you've made. Wait just a second, flip the card kind of quickly. Now remember, this is a triple right here, so we've got what they think their selection should be, the actual selection, which is, you know, really forced, and they got the king in the middle. So this is a triple. And basically what's happening here is they're going to confuse that face card. So this triple lift here, so this should be their card. We're picking up all 3 cards and flipping. If you can use identical jokers, I have a set in this deck that are identical that I use, and then there's no chance of failing. It looks really good. So there isn't that switch of card there. Anyway, but you are going to get a break there. Do a triple lift, flip it over, get another break under 3. Going to mainly try to concentrate their attention to say, okay, that's our card for the trick. It really doesn't matter if I see it, because this trick is about the king. So you're going to flip it over again. You're just going to wait just a second, and instead of drawing your attention to immediately showing this king that the king has changed, flip all 3 over again, and then just say, here, why don't you say stop. We'll put it in the middle. And then you're just going to kill your wrist. Do this, and when you do it, make sure you don't show the spaces in between those cards. Just start like a third down. and then sort of direct their attention to this card if you want to do a little spin. Don't show this card though. Put it right there. I like to thumb down just a little bit, but make sure you push this off in a block. Just say, okay, there's your card. Then as you square this up, this gives you an opportunity to get your thumb to get you a little pinky break right there. So that's sort of why you spread through there, and then as you square that up, your thumb pulls up and gets a little pinky break. Then what you're going to do, push in the random card and squarely square up the pack, and then you have this little break here, and then you're just going to dribble all the cards except for the last two. So you use those two since you've got a break. Dribble all the cards except for the last two, and just nonchalantly drop the king on top. Square it up, snap the fingers, and then just really cleanly spread them open. Now at this point, you're going to turn them over, pull out the card, put it back in, and draw their attention to this. Now as you do this, you're going to kill your wrist, get a little break, pinky break over the top card. Then what you're going to do is take that card, flip it over, and you're going to pick up two cards in this pinky break. And then what you need is a little reason to do this, but what you're going to do is say, I'm not going to put it in the back, instead I'm going to put it in the front. And when you do this, this is their selection on top, and you've got two cards here, their selection and just a random card that we want to put in the middle. You've got both of these cards sandwiched here, and all you're going to do, say I don't want to put it there, I actually want to put it in the front. You're just going to take your thumb and just slide out that card like this. To hide this motion though, you have to do a little kill of the wrist and then draw their attention immediately right here. But what I gotta say though, when this is done well and the misdirection is in the right place, this is really convincing because it's like they know their card is right here and it could be there, and then it's just a little slip and we put it in front. Okay, so if you want to, you can not do that, and you can. It's basically doing like the. It's almost like this switch. This is another control you can do. Just take the card there, and say let's put it somewhere in the deck, and you can do it like that. Anyway, but so you got both of them here. Say we're not going to put it in the back. Instead, we're going to put it in the front. Put their card right there. Then what you're going to do is put these cards down. And you're going to, and the dialogue here is kind of important because this you need to set up the card in between the kings. So to do this, you're going to put them both on pack and say, and pick them up, all three. So you're going to be getting a break as you put them down, as you square it up, and say instead of me pushing it into the middle, just tap it with all three cards. Then and then what you're going to do is slide off the top and say I want you to put it in the middle. And as you gesture to them, you can push that, you can pull that king off. I want you to put it in the middle. And then you're going to set it down here and get it into a grip where you can make a quick reveal. And if you're a beginner, just square these back up. Doing this is completely fine too. If you're more advanced, you can try to do like a little block push off and then the reveal. Whatever floats your boat. So, you got these cards here like that. So that's sort of the flow of that. We'll go over all this in a little bit. And then you're just going to ask them to push it in the middle. They push it in, and there's the card. Final reveal. So that's the trick. We're going to go through everything one more time. Control both of the kings, and let's say we do this reveal. Okay, king 1, king 2. Get a break under 3 cards and show them there. And then what you're going to do, you're going to get that third card in between them. Ask them to say stop, they do. Put it right there. Pick up 3 cards, triple lift, put it back. Just to their card. Pick up 3 again. Talk about putting it in the middle. Push it in. And get a break right there. Push in their card, dribble. Pick up the 2. Drop it on top. Snap and reveal. Flip this card. As you show this, get your pinky break. So we got the 6 of spades break, double. We're not going to put it in the back. Instead what we're going to do is put it in the front, like this. And instead of me pushing it in, I want you to push it in. And then it goes in like that. Okay, so that might be a little difficult, especially if you're just starting out. But for you advanced guys, that's just applying some moves in a little different way, in a nice flow to the routine. If you are using jokers, I gotta say I really love I really I don't know if I have both Jokers in this deck, but I really love the look of doing taking the card in between. I think this is a Patrick Kuhn move I figured out, but just this sequence with 3 cards, then you flip it, and then it switches right there with the card face up, and it's already in between. That's a great sequence. Just really strong magic right there. Anyway, so that's the trick. In closing, here's my pumpkin. The nice one. And what you think? And thumbs up for the pumpkin. Bye.